Far from being the self-declared spare part, the Duke of Sussex is finally forging his path alone. Prince Harry's recent string of solo engagements are highlighting a new turn of events as he takes centre stage without Meghan.
Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
From New York to Lesotho in southern Africa, the Duke of Sussex has been flexing his global diplomatic muscles in a way that's reminiscent of his time as a working royal. His team have played down suggestions of it being something of a royal tour. Rather, it's a chance for him to focus on some of his key patronages and charities close to his and his late mother's heart. But Harry's flurry of activity and globe-trotting marks something of a shift in his public profile from what we've seen over the last 4 years. He seems to be finally doing what the couple have pledged to do following the battling and accusations since they fled to the US. Looking forward. His trips have included being the star guest at 5 very high-profile events held in New York over Climate Week, before jetting to the UK for a whistle-stop trip to attend the annual World Child Awards, and then heading to Lesotho for Sentebale.
It's gonna be the Duke, Harry! On the move, I love the baby pony, Harry!
One difference we're seeing in these semi-tours he's undertaking is that they are self-driven. These are causes the Duke has championed for many years and feels deeply passionate about. In comparison, the Sussex's recent tour to Colombia was because the country's VP invited them after watching the couple's Netflix documentary series and feeling moved by their story. But Harry's trip to New York instead saw him give 5 public speeches covering a range of his key interests, from conservation to sustainable travel and landmines. His first engagement there was on behalf of the Diana Award, a charity set up to reflect the late princess's belief that young people can change the world, and the only charity to bear her name. He appeared nervous as he made his debut on stage for the 30-minute appearance, repeatedly fiddling with tie and jacket. But he paid tribute to his mother's life and legacy in a reminder to people of why he was there. Harry also spoke on behalf of the Halo Trust, the charity for which Diana famously issued a powerful call to action by walking through an Angolan minefield in 1997. During the event, which was held in partnership with the Angolan government, the Duke described how he walked in his mother's footsteps through the former minefield in 2019. He also spoke of his resolve to finish the work she had started for the charity almost 3 decades ago, saying that carrying on her legacy is a responsibility that he takes incredibly seriously. This event was followed by a passionate speech at the Clinton Global Initiative, where he warned that children are being targeted and force-fed mindless content by powerful social media companies.
But our kids are being targeted. The harmful effects of social media are made by design.
It was his first solo speech on the dangers posed by social media for young people, which has become one of Harry's key campaigning issues since he became a father. The event also represented a significant moment where his and Meghan's charitable Archwell Foundation shared the global stage with other big philanthropic hitters. Harry's jam-packed New York visit then culminated in him being filmed screaming and running through Jimmy Fallon's haunted maze on the comedian's popular late-night talk show. But it was all done without the Duchess of Sussex, who is understood to be focusing on her commercial venture American Riviera Orchard back home in Montecito. The solo nature of his trips have prompted questions, but it may simply mark a new era for the couple in separating some of their professional causes and ventures. Since they left the royal family, they have tended to work together, such as on the Netflix and Spotify deals, as well as their new Parents Network support group. But this most recent program for Harry could have easily been plucked from any week of his former role as a working royal, a time before his wife was in the picture. Might it make sense then for him to undertake this program without her? His schedule took him straight from a visit to London for the World Child Awards to his self-described home away from home, Lesotho. The country in southern Africa, which Harry first visited 20 years ago, is hosting events for Sentebale, the charity the Duke founded in 2006 to help children affected by HIV in Lesotho and Botswana. He said before he arrived that the tiny landlocked nation and its royal family have been a pillar of strength for him personally over the last 2 decades. As such, the recent weeks have looked remarkably similar to his former life of back-to-back charity engagements in the place of glitzy award ceremonies and television interviews. But there is also something else to consider, and that is him taking on the all-important mantle of his late mother's legacy. Her memory was central to many of the events he undertook in the last few weeks, not to mention his suggestion that completing the Halo Trust's anti-landmine mission would mean she would be able to rest. While his solo schedule has prompted speculation among royal observers that he is hankering for his old royal life, maybe this could just be his attempt to carve out a niche for himself as the couple move away from their former line of attack. PR professionals have noted that this approach improves their popularity with the public, with one saying these visits endear him specifically to people with his Diana-like ability with children, the disabled and the disadvantaged. All reports that he is seeking to return to a working royal life have continued to be emphatically denied by sources close to the couple, as they insist Harry is happy and thriving with new friends. But the latest questions may have also been prompted by the September 11th issue of The Hollywood Reporter, which included a short article entitled "Why Hollywood Keeps Quitting on Harry and Meghan." The report provided a rundown of the comings and goings of the couple's staff, noting the latest departure in the form of Josh Kettler, who had spent a few months as Harry's chief of staff before parting ways. But it also included various and anonymous damning descriptions of life working for the couple. An ardent defence was swiftly issued, with former and current staff of the Sussexes coming forward to tell the American celebrity magazine Us Weekly that they are the best employers they've ever worked for. So these trips may have come at an opportune time for Prince Harry, as he might seek to both champion the causes he and his late mother loved, as well as endear himself to the public. In his last speech before leaving Britain 4 years ago, he said he would continue to be the same man who holds his country dear and dedicates his life to supporting the causes and charities that are so important to him. The success of these recent trips speaks to the promise he made those years ago and may well determine the arc of his working life going forward. Royal Insight is a fortnightly video output by The Telegraph, where we give you our insider knowledge and analysis of the main royal stories. If you have any topics you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comment section below and visit our website for more royal content, news and analysis.